answers will be RSGPH, Bigetron Apha. Game number 2 is Taurus and Nyan. They feel it, but can Bigetron Apha deliver it?
All right, let's jump right in towards this match here as a quick level 2 rush down by the EXP side. Rizzo and as well as Supervin are looking to proxy that wave. However, we do see that D'Angela is actually getting some good damage, and hopefully First Blood doesn't actually walk through, as Nats, he should be topped up with the help of Aqua's side. So Rizzo hasn't lost. Oh, the Iron Hook from Supervin is going to be able to save that. Nope, still not able to save the Beetle form. Now, here's the interesting thing. In the EXP lane, as soon as you lose that Firaga armor, there's a lot of problems, because then you have the extra range. That sounds like a good idea, but then you're so susceptible to that because your base health is so low.
Yeah, this time around RSGPH, though, they seem to be a little bit more comfortable with the rotations of Demon Kite. They don't need to worry about being constantly invaded. Actually, right now, there's a slight lead for Demon Kite, a little bit faster in terms of the clearing. So yeah, it's been a while. We're going to be seeing the Terizla X-Borg matchup. So from time to time, watch the upper left corner of your screen. Eman gets hooked.
A good hook. However, Supercan doesn't actually have any of his abilities back up. Ooh, the bouncing ball is stopping Supercan from actually closing the distance on towards Iman's side. He's forced to move in towards that mid lane, but he still hasn't hit level 4. Demon Kite with a substantial EXP lead.
All right, Light put in a dire situation, needs to get away. Already forced the Flicker out. But you see the X-Borg struggling up top. The help that RSGPH is giving Nats, they know they cannot allow Cerezo to have a comfortable time with the laning phase. And because the first turtle is going to be up already, that's going to be -1 on the side of Bigetron Alpha. In terms of positioning, it's going to be RSG there first, but Kenan Moreno will be able to contest it.
Yeah, I mean, if Demon Kite wants to, he could just back off, reset this, hit level 5, and guarantee is secure, but it looks like Supercan, he's decided not to actually go for this, knowing that Cerezo won't be able to participate for too long in these fights, and especially in the early stages of the game, it's just not worth the risk.
All right, so we see actually, again, the name, Koshado, mad scientist, experimenting with this X-Borg pick, not going their way as of now. But RSGPH, yeah, definitely much more comfortable this game, getting their objectives, being able to contest. And it's not going to be a repeat of that game number 1. So they're in a much better position to be able to hold this game out, or even, if they can, find a chain of decimations from their Martis.
Yeah, but Light missing out, and still everybody has adjusted and started to adapt to how Supervin actually throws out his hooks. He likes to throw it just a little bit more towards the left side, so everyone is kiting towards the right or sidestepping towards the right, just to make sure that they don't get hit by those iron hooks. We'll see how those 50-50s go out later on, but right now, look at this matchup, right? I mean, it doesn't feel like he's getting punished at all by this export, so again, we'll see whether or not Cerezo is really going to come online during team fights.
Yeah, I have another theory. Maybe Bigetron Alpha drafted this X-Borg so that, well, he's not necessarily winning against Nats, but Nats isn't as active in the map. Here's Supercan with a double combo.
Yep, he gets hit by the Ashura's aura. Demon Kite, you can see that the Heart Guard is being targeted on top of him, but no pull of the trigger just yet.
Going back to my thought there, actually, it's Nats having a much better time in the extra lane against Cerezo. But yeah, Nats isn't as active in the map. He's pretty much stuck in lane, just there.
I don't think he needs to really do anything at this point, because again, a lot of the spearheading is going to be done by Demon Kite, and pretty much by himself, right? Because no matter who makes a mistake, Aqua can kind of save them with that Heart Guard. My issue is that Cerezo, he's losing this Firaga armor so very often, but at least he's sustaining very well off of this lane with the help of the Brave Smite. Oh, no, he's not going for Brave Smite. He went for Impure Rage, but at least he took the Festival of Blood.
Yeah. And now Bigetron Alpha, haven't found the hook just yet, but remember, that's something that you have to worry about when you're up against a Franco. One hook can change the picture of an entire game. Purple Buff is still getting focused by Supercan as RSG already started the second turtle of the game. Will Bigetron Alpha be able to contest, or will the Raiders get another one?
Yeah, but here comes Last Insanity on top of Nats' side, and even okay, stolen away, penalty zone going to be committed as well. Nats really low, and Cerezo is still dead despite it all. Demon Kite shows up, but again, man, interesting interactions overall.
Yeah, I just realized realize now they also have another classic combo, Bigetron Apha. They can have the Angela X-Borg for themselves. It's not the full power Angela X-Borg, but at least it's an X-Borg with an heart guard.
Yep, here comes the Blazing Duet already. A good attempt coming in from light side, but now we see that Sakin goes up in towards the air. They trade 1-for-1 once more. This is looking like to be a very even matchup. Iman, we get a couple of shots, but Demon Kite, he's making sure that Supercan, he knows he doesn't have any cooldowns left. The left hand, but still doesn't have it. Penalty zone does not connect from Nat's side. He even expanded the flicker to do so.
Flickered into the wall, did Nat. That wall just a little bit too chunky for him. That's going to be RGPH missing out on a potential play there. They sent Nats all the way down to that bottom lane to try and get a play, as Aqua is trying to just cover the EXP lane of Nats. Moreno doesn't have an ultimate on him just yet, so that's one thing you watching at home right now can keep continuing, keep having an eye on. What ultimate will the Valentina have? If it's going to be the Heart Guard, or if it's going to be anything else that could turn the tides here. Much different game number 2 here. RSGPH a little bit more in the zone, but Bigetron Apha, if RSGPH don't get the fights they want to get, Bigetron Apha have a huge turnaround potential on them.
Yeah, but here comes Cerezo once again. Oh, the Frogger armor breaks. He's not going to have last in time. He has to figure out of there before he gets collapsed on by Demon Kite or even getting caught by the penalty zone. Good game sense coming in from Cerezo.
Yeah, great game sense. If he got caught there, that would have been it for him. And that would have been an even bigger win for RGPH. But it looks like they'll be able to get that third up top. Down bottom, there's action.
Blazing Duet already. Wait, Superman actually going for the opposite end of that BMI. Moreno shows himself. A little too late there, but yeah, this game is becoming a lot more even. You can see that the gold lead is just bouncing back and forth between RSG and Bigetron Alpha. Demon Kite seeing an opportunity to maybe punish Cerezo here, but guess what? He's got the Ice Queen's wand already built. Look at him, just kiting it out, and once those stacks build up, the true damage is relevant.
Yeah, and with Demon Kite set back, and here comes BTR, RGPH, will they still contest this? Because that's 4 of Bigetron on the third turtle. They get it.
They back away. The Raiders can't do much about this. They just have to let it go to Bigetron Alpha's side. Now with a slight EXP lead, it's not really going to change the state of the game, but more importantly so, I don't know how exactly Bigetron Alpha is supposed to spearhead RSGPH.
Yeah, I think Bigetron Apha are just waiting at this moment. If it's not going to be coming from a Hook or a Bloody Hunt, coming in from Supervin, it's just going to be them countering an RSGPH engagement. And RSGPH at the same time haven't found a major engagement that they want to go for. These two teams haven't really been clumping up as much as they potentially could have at this point. It's all just been, it feels like an extended laning phase is what we're getting in this game number 2.
It really does, because again, both sides need to scale. Like Supergan, like yeah, he's got some early game damage, but it's not like he's gonna get any kind of picks, especially if Aqua is attentive to his team members across the map, and more so, the communication has been clean from either side. But here we go, Superman making the attempt. He's now caught out, forced to flicker away. Heart Guard expanded by Demon Kite. He's looking for the decimation, but now the Bloody Hunt is going to lock him down. Light, it picks up the kill onto Supercan. Bigetron Alpha forced to back away.
Okay, Vin down, Heart Guard gone. Demon Kite couldn't get that decimation onto the roamer of Bigetron Alpha, but look at that, RSG is continuing down here in the bottom lane.
Blazing Duet already being expanded, and Sakin super low, forced to get out of the lane as Moreno will cover, but in the meantime, they find the initial pick on towards Cerezo, losing the Faraga armor, and as well flickering away to create just enough distance. Nat comes in, he's got no more mana, but it's more than enough for him to pick up the kill onto Cerezo.
Okay, and that is RSGPH. Oh, the Iron Hook misses. But RSG have picked up the tempo, but Supercan has been split pushing up top. Will he be able to get this inner turret? The fists are strong enough and fast enough for 2 towers up top to go down, while RSGPH gets one down bottom alongside a kill. But despite all of that, Bigetron Alpha still has a bit of a lead. Aqua's items, though, already has the fleeting time and already has the Ice Queen wand as well. So Bigetron will have to watch out for a Heart Guard empowered member of RSGPH. If they don't get their initiation, similar to what RSGPH wants, RSGPH can also counter themselves.
Let's not forget that Sakin recently purchasing the Winds of Nature. It's going to help him out for that big burst. Cerezo trying his best, but they found the initial pick that they wanted, and Supervin is already down. Demon Kite wants more, but Nats already finds 2 with the penalty, so Cerezo's trying to run, but it's a little too late. They're all so low. Sakin with the Winds of Nature stays alive. a double for Super Ken.
A little bit too greedy was RSGPH. Ken wants
Oh,
more.
no.
Can he actually get him? No way.
He can. And he's got it. 1-2 punch. 4 for 1 in favor of Bigetron Apha.
Ken showing why there's a super to his name. In just like that, we've been talking about it, the counter engage, the counter play. Both these teams have it in their kit, and it's Bigetron Apha who finds it first, punishing an overextension by RSGPH.
I'm now seeing the value of this export. It takes so long to deal with him because he's slowing everybody down, and then you still have to wait for the animation time of his barrel roll after he loses the Firaga armor. That's more than enough time for Bigetron to kind of set this up for the counter engage.
Yeah, they set things up for their 1-1s. They set things up for Super Ken. And for Count Moreno in there as well. Bigetron Apha with the first Lord of the game, and the map is turning red. RSGPH, what can they pull out of the bag here? It has to come from an engagement from Light, a counter play, big play, concealed down bottom by BTR.
Ooh, Supervin, he tries once more. Light looking for an engage anywhere, anybody. But Bigetron Apha don't give him anything to work with. Tier 2 start to collapse. And Lord still walking from top side.
Yeah, Bigetron, how fast were they in taking complete control of this game? Getting close to a 6-7 K goldie. Here comes Light.
Light, he finds 2. Super Ken is going to knock them out, but here comes Nash with a penalty zone to slow them down. The bloody hard demand is good, but it's too late. The damage is done. They chase them down. Moreno comes back with his own penalty zone, and there goes the inhibitors from the side of RSGPH. What a counter engage. Moreno wants more. He's going to take Aqua's life just for fun. Light finally locks down to Rizzo, loses out on his immortality, but Moreno, when he wants something, he gets it.
And he got the kill. Light against Bigetron. He can only watch. Can RSGPH get in time to clear the minion waves?
Nats is back. Nats is back. He's going to clear out the wave by himself, or try his best to do so with everybody coming out from spawn. This could be another attempt, but no. RSGPH, they're just going to wait it out, right? Bottom inhibitor under threat, but they can't just walk up forward. Super King could easily push them away. Rizzo finds it with the Fire Stokes. The waves, no inhibitors, off the very first one with that 5, the Iron Off of a lifetime. Demonkai is locked out, penalty zone on the socket, who purifies out of it naturally. Is he gonna take to the skies? Cross bow of Tang. Firaga armor broken, last insanity done for, 2 for 3. Bigetron Apha, when is it gonna stop?
Aqua and Eman. This duo staring down 3 members of Bigetron. Do they have it in them to hold on?
Oh, they are, and Super Ken, he wants it. They're going straight for the base. 10-game goalie! What a game! The Bigetron Express have defended against the Raiders, ending their saga here at the Snapdragon Pro Series.
Blink and you'll miss it. Bigetron Apha. Supervin gets his revenge. The pride of Indonesia swells. You can see it in the crowd. You can see it in the store of Senayan. Dominating and undeniable was this performance by Bigetron.
Oh, man. Oh, the rallying of the troops are here. The chants have begun. Well done to Bigetron.